what are ETs in your opinion?
I just think they're higher dimensional beings. We've decided that they are extraterrestrials. We put a label on it, just like we always do. Just like we pathologize every single symptom into that not really being what it is. It's just a showing of something deeper. And so higher dimensional beings are just like, it's funny because I always ask a rookie. I mess with rookies all the time because they're really stressed out, and they need to have the ice broken sometimes. To just let them laugh, and just also and then after I break the ice, one of those questions are, hey, do you believe in aliens? And a lot of times they get caught off guard, be like, what? This guy's asking me aliens? I'm trying to do this job.
How do I answer this?
But we're living together, you know what I mean? And like they sleep in my dorm, you know what I mean? I want to get to know the person. And sometimes, a lot of times they're like, no, I don't, unless I see it. I'm like, oh, okay, well, the answer is wrong. Aliens are interdimensional. They're already among us. That's the answer I always give them. So it's kind of funny messing with them in a sense, but aside from that, the higher dimensional beings, they are already here. It's just that we can't see them because we're operating off a different wavelength. So when you can elevate yourself to a higher dimension, usually when you silence all the noise in your head, you can uplift your vibration to be in that resonance of being able to see them. And so that's my belief on how that presents because I've experienced it by raising my vibration, my totality of it all.
Do you think they're higher dimensional beings or interdimensional beings?
I think there's different levels.
Okay.
Just like when you're in school, there's a kindergarten class and then you go to high school, there's the seniors. And so a lot of times I believe that, this is what my teacher had told me, that these visits you keep getting are these people from senior class coming to be a TA in your class because they got to gain credit in their own process of evolution. So when you're being presented with this, they're just teaching you, they're helping you along your process to graduate to 9th grade, to 10th grade, to 11th grade, right?
Right.
And so in that sense, we have to see this vessel, this avatar we're in, as a learning process. And we're here to graduate. And this process, the lessons, the karmic cycles, whatever you want to call it, we're here to learn. And if you see it as that, it becomes less personal. You take it less, demeaning to yourself. And that process is about taking your own ownership and power for who you are.
I say interdimensional and not just higher dimensional because I'm not sure where I stand yet with, are all ET encounters like pleasant? Like, I'm not sure. I've had a lot of sightings in my life. I grew up going camping all the time. So my family was always off-roading in our Jeep and camping. And so lots of unobstructed views of the sky. And collectively, we would see flying saucers. We would see things just like appear and then dart away. And then I've had super close encounters with a massive craft when I was in 7th grade. So 13, where you can't tell me that they don't exist because I saw that. I saw it. I've seen a lot. I've seen dozens, but that one was the most prominent one that you can't convince me that doesn't exist. And so it's goofy to me that we're still arguing that, we're still labeling people as crazy or unwell. We're still judging people for having the knowledge, especially military. Like, are you kidding? The most advanced technology in the world, and they're being told not to say anything about it. And we're not trusting their experience. Like, it's a little, come on, guys. Like, we have to do better than that. But I tend to believe that they are more interdimensional and not necessarily higher dimensional only because just like humanity, there's good and bad people. I think that my logic says, my discernment tells me that there's got to be a range also of non-human life form. There's got to be a range. But I don't know. Who am I? I'd be happy to discover that and to learn more about that. Within reason, now that I'm not giving permission to be visited, to be told, per se, you have to watch what you say because the universe is like, oh, really? You want to know? Here you go. So within reason, we'll put that out there into the universe. But I do think that if you are open to see these things, you will see these things. Just like if you are open to trusting in your intuition, you will have more experiences in your life that allow you to either trust or not trust your intuition. So the readiness, the openness is like the first step.
It's time for Crab Lives.